Hello and welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we are going to understand how to get weekly Google Calendar events on Slack using AI agent. So here my objective is that every week on Monday, my workflow should get run and it should search for the events from my Google Calendar for the entire week. And after searching for the events, automatically it should extract the event details through OpenAI, and after that, automatically it should send an alert message on my Slack channel. So now here to automate the entire process, I need to connect my schedule by Pabbly with Google Calendar, OpenAI and Slack using an automation software named as Pabbly Connect. So now here to see the working of this automation and to learn this process step by step, let me all take you to my screen. Welcome to my screen. In this video, I'll show you how to automatically send a weekly summary of your Google Calendar events to Slack using an AI agent. This simple setup helps you stay organized, never miss a meeting, and keep your team in the loop right inside Slack. Alright, so as you all know that as someone who manages a busy schedule with multiple meetings, deadlines and team activities, I often find it hard to stay on the top of everything. By using an AI agent to automatically send a summary of my weekly Google Calendar events to Slack, I can get a quick overview of my entire week without opening my calendar again and again. So it helps me plan better, avoid missing meetings, and keep my team informed about the important events. The simple automation saves time, improves team coordination, and keeps everyone on the same page, all inside the tool we already use daily, that is Slack. Alright, so here on the screen you can see my Google Calendar. So here my objective is that every week my entire week calendar event should be captured and should be sent as a new alert message on my Slack channel to my team. So now here to automate the entire process, I need to connect my Google Calendar with my OpenAI account and my Slack account using an automation software named as Pabbly Connect. So here to access the Pabbly Connect, you need to search for pabbly.com/connect in your browsers and it will take you to the homepage of Pabbly Connect. So here you can see two options that are sign in and sign up free. If you're a new user, click on sign up free and get free 100 tasks every month to explore the software. And if you're an existing user, click on sign in. Here I'm an existing user, so I'm clicking on sign in. Now after signing in, here you can see all Pabbly apps window where you can see all the applications of Pabbly. Here to integrate my applications, I'm going to use Pabbly Connect. Now this is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect, and here to build my connection, I need to create a workflow first. So for that, here I'm going to click on this create workflow button given on the top right corner. Now here in this create workflow dialog box, I have to give a name to my workflow. So here I'm going to give the name as get weekly Google Calendar events on Slack using AI agent. And now after giving a name to my workflow, it is asking me to select the folder. So in the left side corner of this dashboard, you can see a folder section under which you can see the multiple folders that I've already created with different names to save my workflows accordingly. So in this particular case, I'm going to select my folder as automations. You can select the folder as per your need. Also, you can create multiple folders to save your workflows accordingly. And now here to learn how to create a new folder inside Pabbly Connect, I'm going to click on this learn more hyperlink given over here. And it will take you to a forum window where you can see all the instructions to how to create a new folder inside Pabbly Connect. Alright, so now let's move back to our Pabbly's dashboard, and here to create a new workflow, I'm going to click on this learn more hyperlink given over here. Alright, so now here to create a new workflow, I'm going to click on this create button given over here. Now here in this workflow window, you can see we have successfully created a workflow, and here on my screen you can see the two most important principles of an automation process, that are trigger and action. Where trigger says when this happens and action says do this, that means action is a response towards that trigger. Your automation can have a single trigger but multiple action steps. Now let's begin with our automation by simply setting up our trigger. So here I'm going to select my trigger application as schedule by Pabbly. So here I'm going to select schedule by Pabbly because I want that weekly, that means every Monday my team should receive a notification on a Slack channel about the entire week planned events. Alright, so that's why I'm going to schedule my workflow for every week on Monday. So here for my trigger event, I'm going to select schedule workflow, and it says how often you want to run your workflow. So here I'm going to select days of the week, and here for the day I'm going to select the day as Monday, as I want every Monday my workflow should get triggered. And here for the time, I'm going to select a random time over here. So here I'm going to select 10 a.m. And now here, after entering all the required details, I'm going to click on the save, and here you can see we have received a successful response. That means we have successfully scheduled our workflow for every Monday of the week. Alright, so with this we have successfully set up our trigger over here. Now here, after scheduling our workflow, we are going to move forward, and now here I want to extract the current date, as I want to run this workflow every Monday, and here I want the date of that particular Monday. So here, to extract the current date, we are going to use another feature of Pabbly, that is date time formatter by Pabbly. So here I'm going to select my action event as current date, but you can use date time formatter by Pabbly for format date with time zone, format date only, format time zone only, add or subtract the time, modify the current date, and date duration calculator. So I'm going to select current date, as it is going to retrieve the current date for me. So now I'm going to click on this connect, and here you can see it is asking me to select the basic format. So here I'm going to select a basic format in which I want to extract the date, and then I'm going to click on the save and send test request. And here you can see we have received a result over here where we have received this today's date. So here let me tell you that we have scheduled the workflow for the Monday, but the date today is 19th June 2025, that is a Thursday. So here I'm going to set up this workflow on this Thursday, but as you are going to set up your workflow, then automatically every Monday your workflow is going to get triggered, and it is going to retrieve the date for that Monday only. So here I'm currently setting up this automation on Thursday, so we have received today's date, that is on Thursday. Alright, so now after getting the current date, what we are going to do is that we are going to add 5 days to this current date, as we are going to retrieve the Google Calendar events for all those 5 working days, that is Monday to Friday. So for that we are going to add another action step over here, and again we are going to select the action application as date time formatter by Pabbly, and here I'm going to select my action event as modify the current date, as I'm going to add the 5 days to this current date. So that's why I've used this action event over here, and then I'm going to click on this connect, and again here is asking me to select the date format. So I'm going to select the similar format that I've selected in my previous action step, and here I'm going to select my time zone, that is Asia Kolkata over here. So this is my time zone, and here for the operation I'm going to select operation as add. You can select the operation as per your use case, and here for the unit I'm going to select days. You can select hours and minutes as well, and here for the value I'm going to enter the value as 5, as I'm going to add 5 days to this current date, and then I'm going to click on the save and send test request, and here you can see we have received a successful response where we have received 5 days added to our current date. Alright, so with this we have successfully set up this action step as well. So now you have to getting the 5 days ahead of this current date, what we are going to do is that we are going to use these dates to extract the Google Calendar event over here. So now here, to extract these events from the Google Calendar, what we are going to do is that we are going to add another action step over here, and here in this action step I'm going to select my action application as Google Calendar, and this time I'm going to select my action event as search events, that is in advanced format. So it is going to search for the events on the specific calendar within the given time frame. So we are going to give the 5 days time frame over here to our Google Calendar to search for the events of the entire week. Alright, so now here to connect my Google Calendar with Pabbly Connect, here I'm going to click on this connect. Here to build a new connection, I'm going to select add new connection. If your Google Calendar account is already connected with Pabbly Connect, then you can click on select existing connection. And now here to build a new connection, I'm going to click on this sign in with Google. Here I'm going to select my desired account, and then I'm going to click on this allow and give access to Pabbly, as your data is secured with Pabbly. Authorization successful. So here you can see we are now successfully connected. So moving forward, and then here's asking me to select the calendar. So here to get this calendar, let me all take you back to my Google Calendar, and here you can see the calendar that have been selected over here is of meetings. So I'm going to select my calendar as meetings over here, and here the search term is not a required field, so I'm going to leave it blank, and then here's asking me to enter the time max and the time min. So in this time min, I need to enter the minimum time, that means from the date and time that I want to search for the events, and here in the maximum field I need to enter the date till I want to add this till the date and time I want to search for the events. Alright, so here to enter these details manually, here I'm going to map the data. Mapping data means insert data from previous step, that means here I'm going to map the data from the response that I received in my trigger step or my previous action steps. Mapping makes the text dynamic so that whenever we're going to receive new dates over here, then automatically this previously existing existing detail will be updated with the new one. So here for the maximum date, we are going to map the maximum date we have received over here after adding the 5 days. And here you can see in the instruction it says it must be greater than the time min. Here you can see the example, that is date, and then we have received a time zone over here. So we need to add a time zone over here for the same. Alright, so now here based on this particular format, I'm going to enter my time zone, that is till 11 p.m. over here. So this is my time zone. And now here after entering the maximum time zone, I'm going to enter the time min as well. So I'm going to add the current date over here, and then I'm going to add the time zone as. Alright, so now here after entering all the required details, I'm going to click on the save and send test request given over here. And here you can see we have received a successful response where we have received the items in an array format over here. That means the entire details of the event and some other details as well. So with this, we have successfully set up this action step as well. So now after searching for the events, what we are going to do is that we are going to give this format received to OpenAI to extract the event details in a proper format. So for that, I'm going to add another action step over here, and here in this action step, I'm going to select my action application as OpenAI, and here I'm going to select my action event as ChatGPT. And now here to connect my OpenAI account with Pabbly Connect, here I'm going to click on this connect. Here to build a new connection, I'm going to select add new connection. If your OpenAI account is already connected with Pabbly Connect, then you can click on select existing connection. And now here to build a new connection is asking me to enter the API token. So following the instructions given below, here I've already logged in my OpenAI account. And from here, I'm going to access the API keys given in the left side bar. And here in the API keys, you can see some existing keys over here. So I'm going to generate a new key by clicking on this create new secret key, and here I'm going to give a name to my key, that is, and then I'm going to select the project as default project, and then I'm going to create the secret key. So this is the API key generated, so I'm going to copy it, moving back to Pabbly's workflow, and here I'm going to paste the API token. Now here after entering the API token, I'm going to click on the save, and here you can see we are now successfully connected. So now moving forward, and then here's asking me to select the AI model. So by clicking on this drop down menu, you can see all the AI models available over here. So in this particular case, I'm going to select the AI model as GPT-4o mini. You can select the model as per your need. And now here to selecting the AI model, it is asking me to enter the prompt. So in this prompt field, I need to enter the relevant prompt that I want to give to AI to organize the events received through my previous Google Calendar action step. Alright, so let me add the relevant prompt. Alright, so here I've successfully added a prompt where I've added some instructions for the AI, and here I'm going to give the JSON input. So I'm going to give the JSON input received through a Google Calendar action step. So again, I'm going to map the data over here. So this is the JSON data received over here, and here after adding the JSON data, we are going to click on this save and send test request. And here you can see we have received a successful response where we have received a message content generated, where we have received the entire details of the event over here. Alright, so with this, we have successfully set up this action step as well. So now here after extracting the event details in a formatted data, that I'm going to send this data over here on my Slack channel to my team members. So for that, I'm going to add another action step over here, and here I'm going to select my action application as Slack. And here I'm going to select my action event as send channel message. So that after extracting the events for the entire week in a formatted data, then I want to send the event details as a formatted message to my team on our Slack channel. Alright, so now here to connect my Slack with Pabbly Connect, here I'm going to click on this connect. Here to build a new connection, I'm going to select add new connection. If your Slack account is already connected with Pabbly Connect, then you can click on select existing connection. And now here to build a new connection, I'm going to click on this connect with Slack. So here to connect the application, it is asking me to enter the token type. So it says enter the token type as either user or the bot, and here check the documentation to find out how to get it. So by clicking on this learn more hyperlink, you can see the documentation. And now for here, I'm going to enter my token type as user over here, and then I'm going to click on this save. So here it is asking me for the access. So I'm going to give access to Pabbly as your data is secured with Pabbly. Authorization successful. So here you can see we are now successfully connected. So moving forward, and then he's asking me to select the channel ID. So here from this drop down menu, I need to select the channel on which I want to send this alert message. So I've already created a channel with the name weekly events. So I'm going to select that particular channel ID over here. And now you have to selecting the channel ID, it is asking me to enter the message. So here I need to enter the message that I want to send to my team on my Slack channel. So let me add the message over here. Alright, so here I've successfully added the formatted message, and here for the date I'm going to map the current date over here, and here after this particular line I'm going to map the data generated by OpenAI where we have received all the event details in a formatted data. Alright, so I'm going to map it over here. Alright, so now moving forward, here these fields are not required fields, so I'm going to leave it blank, and now here after entering all the required details I'm going to click on the save and send test request given over here, and here you can see we have received a successful response. That means we have successfully sent a message on our Slack channel. So let's go and check it, and here you can see we have received a successful response. That means we have successfully sent a message on our Slack channel. So let's go and check it. And here you can see we have successfully received a message over here with all the event details. Alright, so with this we have successfully set up an entire automation. Now let me summarize this whole video for you. So here we have selected a trigger as schedule by Pabbly and our action as datetime formatted by Pabbly twice. Then we have added the Google Calendar. Then we have selected OpenAI and the Slack. So that every Monday of the week this entire workflow should get scheduled. That means triggered, and automatically the current date should be retrieved, and after retrieving the current date automatically the 5 days should be added over here to that current date. That means the date should be retrieved from Monday to Friday, and after retrieving the dates, based on the dates it is going to search for the events in our Google Calendar, and after searching for the events in a proper JSON format, it is going to give that JSON format to OpenAI to extract the event details in a proper formatted data, and after extracting the details automatically that is going to be sent as an alert message on our Slack channel. Alright, so these were the steps to how to get weekly calendar events on Slack using AI agent. I hope these steps were clear to you. Now if you want to use the same workflow, then you can find the clone link in the description box below. I hope you liked the video. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching. Not only these applications, you can integrate many other applications with Pabbly Connect. Now if you have any doubt, then you can email us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any query, then you can write it at forum.pabbly.com, and if you have any pricing related issue, then you can visit www.pabbly.com. Now if you liked the video, then please subscribe to our channel and share it with your friends.